What really makes a person good? Is it something they're just born with? Or is it something they have to build? Today, we're digging into this idea of a noble character, and we're going to be guided by the insights from a really classic work, Makarim al-Akhlaq, by the scholar Sheikh al-Uthaymeen.
So let's just jump right in with the big one, a question that people have been wrestling with for centuries. Is good character basically part of our DNA, or is it something we have to build, piece by piece through our choices and actions? This is the exact puzzle that our source material really wants to help us solve.
Okay, so before we can even begin to answer that, we've got to get on the same page. We need to nail down what we even mean by character. The source text starts by laying a very, very specific foundation for this term. The source gives us a specific Arabic term for this, al-khuluq. Now, this doesn't just mean your personality or your habits. It's much deeper. Think of it as your inner form, kind of like an internal blueprint. It's not about what you look like on the outside, but the fundamental reality of who you are on the inside, that core self that ends up guiding everything you do. And this distinction is absolutely key. Our outer form, that's our physical body. It can be beautiful or plain, tall or short, whatever. But our inner form, that's our character. And that can be good or bad. The source really emphasizes that while we tend to focus so much on the outer stuff, it's this inner reality, our khuluq, that truly, truly defines who we are.
Which, of course, brings us right back to our big question. If character is this inner self, is that self something we're just stuck with from birth, or is it something we can actually build and change over time? Let's see how the source tackles this classic debate.
The source basically frames this as the ultimate nature versus nurture question. Is our character innate, just a natural part of who we are from day one, or is it acquired, something we have to earn through conscious effort, through training, through self-discipline? So on one side, you've got the idea that good character is innate. It's a gift. You're just blessed with it. And on the other side, there's the idea that it's acquired. It's the result of pure hard work, of training yourself to be a better person. So which one is it? Well, the text gives us this really powerful story that makes a strong case for the innate argument. A companion of the Prophet Muhammad, Ashaj Abd al-Qais, was praised for having these great qualities of forbearance and deliberation. And when he asked, hey, did I develop these myself? The Prophet's response was, no, actually. God created them in you. I mean, that's a brilliant illustration that good character can absolutely be a natural gift.
So here's the twist, and this is the crucial point. It's not a simple either-or answer. The text concludes that character actually has two dimensions. Some people, they're naturally gifted with a good disposition. But for others, it's something that has to be actively chased after and developed through personal struggle and practice. It really is both nature and nurture.
Okay, so we know what character is, and we know how it's formed. The next logical question has to be, where does it apply? I mean, where does the rubber meet the road? The source breaks this down into two main arenas where our character is really put to the test.
And these two arenas pretty much cover everything. First, you've got your character in relation to God, the Creator. And second, you've got your character in relation to everyone and everything else, His creation. It's this really holistic view that connects our spiritual life directly with our social life.
Let's dive into that first arena. What does it actually look like to have a good character in our relationship with the Creator? The source breaks it down into three key pillars.
First, it means when you receive His revelations, you meet them with total, unwavering belief, no doubt. Second, when you receive His rulings, you don't just agree in theory, you fully implement them in your life. And third, it's about how you face what life throws at you, accepting all of it, the good and the bad, with patience and this deep sense of acceptance. That's the bedrock of a good character towards God. Now for the second arena, and this is where this whole concept gets super practical for all of us. How does a noble character actually show up in our day-to-day interactions with other people? The source boils it down to three core principles. First, and this is the big one, the foundation. Stop yourself from causing any harm to anyone, period. Second, be actively generous. Give freely, whether it's your time, your money, your knowledge. And third, it's about your vibe, your demeanor, just maintaining a cheerful face and being pleasant and approachable to the people around you. And to really hammer home that first point about not causing harm, the text includes this incredibly profound statement from the Prophet's farewell sermon. It lays down a universal rule. The life, the property, and the dignity of every single person are sacred. They're off limits. True good character begins right there, with respecting those fundamental rights.
So, after all of this, after defining character, digging into its origins, and seeing how it applies in our lives, what's the ultimate takeaway? What's the one big idea we should really hold on to?
Here it is. It's this beautiful synthesis.
Good character isn't just one thing. It's the meeting point of what we're given and what we strive for. It's about recognizing the good that might already be inside us and then having the humility and the drive to build on it through conscious, daily effort.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We can be grateful for the good qualities we might have been naturally given, and we can also choose to cultivate the ones we wish we had. So the real question for all of us is, which part of that equation is going to get your attention today? The gift or the choice?